Alright, about to go get my boy Jordan Cook. He's back home for the winter break, and I'm picking him up to come to my school, talk to my band students at Jacksonville High School. So, about to pick him up. There you go, the Juke himself. He's official. got the fresh cut. You know what I mean? Let me see the. I know it ain't fresh, but it's fresh compared to what it was last school year.
When they was doing the little section, and I was just watching the trombones, man. And
that's Jordan right there in front of the camera watching it as a 10th grader.
I've never heard or seen actual trombone section up close, and to see a college band, that was like, it was beautiful. And another funny part was like how we was running outside, like with Mr. Moore. It was late that night as the bands was marching off, and me, Colin, like we just like, where's Mr. Moore? Mr. Moore just running down there with his camera, like the little football referees. Like Mr. Moore just took off on. We like, we don't even got no ride home now. So like we was scared, but then we with the jukebox too, so we just jammed with everybody else, with the rest of the crowd and all that. Like, it's cool, all that. So we went down there for the trip. We stayed like 1 or 2 nights. Had a little hotel thing down there. Like, it was all nice. It was good.
The biggest thing is hearing from him on his high school experiences. He went through the same thing and more as what you're going through. So the discipline part, the consequences when you're not doing what you're supposed to, or when you're not doing it to the level or the expectation that I have for you, to all the good things about band. The extra practices coming down at lunch. This young man came down to lunch for 2 years straight to practice his instrument. Okay? This young man was in every ensemble that I had him to do. He was in the marching band, also concert band. He did the jazz band. Even when we didn't have the big band and we just had the small group, he stuck with it. Anything that I put in front of him, he did it. Why? Because I asked him, and because he knew I saw something in him that he may not have saw in himself, but he trusted what I saw in him. So without further ado, I want to announce to you guys from Southern University, trombone section, from Little Rock, Arkansas, Jordan Cook. Show him some love. But I'll just let you start off by just sharing with them whatever you want to share about yourself as a band student growing up in high school and your whole journey into the Southern University marching band.
Well, for one, I just want to say the process may be long, but if you just putting in the work, you'll always get to where you want to go. Starting off in 9th grade for Hall, like, I never knew that I'd just be in Southern's band, but I had good guidance like Mr. Moore, so I mean, I might be one of the ones that can just say I had it easier. But if you're gonna try and get to somewhere, I always put in the work. It's all about your determination and whatever drives you, really.
Share with them when that moment was where it just clicked that this is what you really want to do.
It clicked to me really at Crankfest. Was that 2019?
Yep.
2019 Crankfest. As you seen in the video, we drove down there with Mr. Moore, and I was just watching the trombones do their sectional. And as I said, it sounded beautiful, and it was just so melodic. I could hear their phrasing, everything. I could hear their wall. And I'm already in love with trombone, and then to hear a whole section, which was different from what I had heard before, because at first I was just used to hearing bands through YouTube, and YouTube is really a sham, like, not gonna lie.
Right. So you don't get the full effect.
Based on hearing it from in person and through a phone, I say in person it's always gonna roll over. You actually hear the sound. It sounds like a surround sound type feel. Just imagine yourself there.
Benjamin.
I really wanted to ask, like, how did you get better when Mr. Moore was trying to get into your school? How you could go to all these academic.
They're laughing because it's Benjamin. Listen, so he's asking a question. Come on, you funny. I know I laugh too, but I'm on the camera, so I gotta be professional. but I'm gonna edit that part out. All right. So beautiful question, Benjamin. Love you, brother. Very good question. It's just that it's you asking it, so that's why she's laughing. But how did you get it through your skull? Is the question he's asking. When I would try to teach you something and try to get it through your skull, what did you do? Ain't that your question? Through the skull? All right. Through your skull.
Well, I don't know how would I put this.
I'm just messing with you, Benjamin.
Mr. Moore has a very detailed process, I would say, and it's like there is no room for errors or trying to lollygag around. So I just had to stay with it from the jump, to be honest. And then the times I did or I slipped up or whatever you call it, he was right on me then, like white on rice. The same.
Out of all of Mr. Moore's usual sayings, like time is of the essence, have a dog mentality, which one would you say that you still think about or still use to this day?
Well, I gotta think about time is of the essence every second, like even milliseconds, because my time management, it used to be terrible. And that's when Mr. Moore broke it out to me. He used to tell me that every day. He was like, you gotta be on time, Troy. You gotta be on time. I done got better now, but like time is of the essence, that's a major one.
Jayla?
Did you ever feel like down, like you weren't gonna like be able to do it and stay in band, and then you did? How did you pull yourself out of it and keep going?
Good question.
I'm not gonna lie, I just never had that thought of just quitting band in my head.
You're not a quitter.
Yeah. Quitting, that seems like an L to me. So I just never quit, ever.
He was never a quitter.
Unless it was you just talking about the job I had when I was in high school band, worked at Little Caesars. I quit that for band,
Yeah.
that's it.
I heard you play baritone and trombone also. What made you pick the trombone, not the baritone?
Trombone, I don't know if Mr. Morton told y'all, but it's like trombone, it's a slide. You can't get no better than that. You can make, you don't even have to just play it, no, you can bend into it, you know. That's the most human sound that you can get off of an instrument. And as you progress, you just gonna be hearing these musical thoughts in your head or a musical phrase. You be like, let me just do these on my trombone, and they just gonna come out.
So he's telling y'all what I had touched on one time before. The trombone is the closest to the human voice. But yes, he did play baritone a little bit. That was because we had a limited number of people covering parts. And I say trombones. On this song, y'all playing baritone. So the trombone, we converted them into a baritone section in the next song. If you look on some of the videos on our old YouTube channel, on Hall's YouTube channel, you'll see their baritones sitting beside them and their trombones are playing. And they'll have their trombones sitting next to them in the next video and their baritones. And then there were times where I throw them on the tuba. And they'd be playing tuba. So he could play all those brass instruments. I think he messed around with trumpet one day. That didn't go too well.
And these guys, they make it past the B-flat major scale.
Didn't make it past B-flat major scale. Kelly got a question.